All right. Good afternoon. I am your host today, Pastor Taylor, and this is God's Word, No Cap. You see me with a shoe. Those who see me preach, those who have been in my classroom, maybe you know that I love shoes. I have a thing about sneakers. I know people are like, oh, that's out of worship. No, it's not. It hasn't gotten that far yet, but I do appreciate a good sneaker. And this is one sneaker that I found when I was just looking in the internet, and I fell in love with the shoe. And it finally came to a price that I was willing to pay for it. And I purchased it. And so they give you a tracking number to let you know that you can see where your shoe comes from, when it has been dropped off at its destination, and where it's going all the way until it gets to your house. And so each day I would wake up, I would check to see where it is. Oh, it started out in Benton Harbor. Oh, now it's in Mississippi. Now it's in Atlanta. Now it's in Harvest, Alabama, and it's at the post office awaiting to come to my house. Why is that important to you? How does that help you know, or how does that help me identify that my steps are ordered? Because God says that He knows the very hairs on my head. So if He knows the hairs on my head like that, if my very follicle count is numbered, then He knows exactly where I am at all times. But more importantly, He knows where I'm going. He saw my destination, He saw my origin, and He saw every point in between. And one quick story that will help kind of solidify this point is I joined the MASS program, Master of Arts Pastoral Studies program at Oakwood University. And I was coming there from Kansas City, and I was sitting in class. And the second day of class, I'm thinking, this is where I need to be. Huntsville, Alabama is where I need to be. But how do I tell my wife, who's working full time there, how do I tell her that not only do we need to move here, but we both need to quit our jobs and move here? And so I'm having this dilemma all through class. I meet her for lunch, and she says to me, babe, I was sitting in a hotel room, and I think this is where we need to live. I didn't have to bring it up at all. She brought it up. So we decided to move here. I go to the courthouse for someone's hearing just to show support. And I run into an old friend from college, Pastor W. Snell. And something tells me, go talk to him. And so I says, hey, man, if y'all need any Bible workers, I'd be happy to volunteer. No, I don't think you need to be a Bible worker. I think you need to be an intern. And so take my number. Give me a call on Tuesday. We'll get you set up as an intern. 3 years later, I'm here as your youth pastor. 3 years later, I'm still walking with Pastor W. Snell. More importantly, both of us are still walking with God. And that's how I know my steps are ordered. One thing after another, God brought me closer and closer to my destiny, His destination, and His purpose for me. I'm Pastor Taylor. This is God's Word, No Cap. And that's how I know my steps are ordered.